In the mid-19th century, in the village of Burlu, located on the banks of the Seine River, time was slow, as if crawling over the dust of the earth. The village, with its stone houses and red roofs, slept every night in the groan of silence, amidst the misery of the peasants and the luxury of the bourgeoisie. At the upper end of the village, the Boucherat mansion stood tall, as if it belonged to this world. Surrounded by a stone wall decorated with jasmine flowers and apple trees, it stood in the middle of a 3-story building with wide windows adorned with French silk and soft Persian carpets tucked under the gentlemen's feet. On the opposite side of the village, near the cowsheds, stood a dilapidated wooden hut, where the peasant girl Rosalind Deblot lived with her elderly grandmother Mariette. Rosalind, with her gray eyes, sold bread at the market, and worked as a seasonal maid in the fields belonging to the Boucherat family. Every morning, Rosalind would pass by the chateau gate, carrying a basket of bread. The scent of jasmine from the garden would awaken in her heart something like a dream of one day entering the chateau not as a maid, but as a mistress. One morning Philippe Boucherat, the only son of Mr. Guy Boucherat, ran after his dog, which had escaped from the garden. Philippe was 18, studying law in Paris, and spending his holidays in the village. He spotted Rosalind and paused for a moment. "Good morning, Mademoiselle Rosalind," he said, wiping his forehead. She was surprised, as no one in his family had ever addressed her before. She gave a shy smile and left, but her heart remained there at the gate. Philippe began to talk to her whenever he encountered her in the market or in the fields. His eyes would laugh, and his curiosity about her was genuine. She, the peasant woman, began to see in his presence a light that brought hope to her heart, darkened by need. But this light did not last. One autumn day, the Boucherat family invited guests from Paris, among them Mademoiselle Émilie de Vernoux, a descendant of an aristocratic family, with her chestnut hair, silver gown, and ruby ring on her slender finger. She sat next to Philippe at dinner, and the two of them laughed profusely. Rosalind watched from afar, standing with the servants, carrying plates of roast chicken, and hiding a tear behind her fake smile. That night, after dinner was over and the guests had gone to bed, Rosalind went out into the garden. She was alone. She sat by the jasmine tree and inhaled its scent, but this time it didn't carry a dream, but jealousy and regret. She said to herself in a low voice, "Maybe I'm pretty enough for him to see, but I'm not of his world." The next day, Rosalind left work at the palace and never returned. She walked past him as always, but this time without raising her head. As for Philip, he left for Paris a week later, and proposed to Emily a year later. The scent of jasmine remained in the garden, mingling each morning with the smell of burnt bread, where Rosalind was trying to start her small pastry business. Love didn't plant roses this time, but thorns, in the heart of a girl who dreamed of more than she was allowed.